Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series. Can the Boston Red Sox get a win here, or will the A's sweep their way out of Boston? Leading off for the A's is left fielder Ricky Henderson. Batting second, playing short is Tejada. Batting third, playing first base is Giambi. Batting fourth, playing center field is Jackson. Batting fifth, playing right field is Canseco. Batting sixth, playing third base is Bando. Batting seventh, playing second base is Lumpy. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Steinbach. And on the mound, old Catfish himself, Catfish Hunter, batting ninth. Now for the hometown, Boston Red Sox. Got leading off, playing second base Pedroia. Batting second, playing shortstop is Garcia Pera. Batting third, playing third is Boggs. Batting fourth, playing first base is Ortiz. Batting fifth, playing right field is Evans. Batting sixth, playing center field is Lynn. Batting seventh, playing left field is Yastrzemski. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Fisk, and on the mound, the knuckleballer himself, Tim Wakefield, batting ninth. Let's get down here to the field and get this game started, folks. And to lead it off here for the A's is Ricky Henderson, batting 182 with no homers and 1 RBI. Tim Wakefield, third appearance. He's 2-0 with a 3.6 ERA. Here's the pitch to Ricky. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Freddie Lynn makes the catch. It'll be out number one. So now there's one down here, the top of the first. And up the bat now is Miguel Tejada. And Tejada is batting .029, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball again out to center field. Two fly balls to Lynn. Two quick outs here in the top of the first. And Jason Giambi comes to the plate. And Jason batting .270 with 5 homers and 11 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on balls. Wakefield's first walk of the game. And that brings up Reggie. And Reggie's batting 153 with 3 homers and 4 RBIs. Can Reggie put the A's on the board here? And that's going to be a rare play, probably a team. Nope, that's going to be a wild pitch. And the runner's going to get down to second. Now in scoring position, with Jackson still up with a 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a base on ball. So Wakefield, all of a sudden, now that knuckleball ain't finding the plate. He's walked the last 2 batters after getting the first 2 out easily. You got first and second, and Jose Canseco's up, batting .350 on the year with 3 homers and 8 RBI. And that's going to be against 17. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. Nomar waits for it, makes the catch. And the A's strand, too. Oakland, nothing. The Red Sox coming to the plate. Let's see here. We got to get this lineup straightened. No more. Bonds. Ortiz. Evans. Lynn. Yastrzemski, and Fisk. Wakefield. Whoa, as we drop some cards. Not good. Well, I got that. Let's see here. I think Hunter in there. All right, sorry about that. Thought I had the lineup in order, but didn't. Got Dustin, Nomar, and Wade due up here. You can see the team comparisons. Oakland 4-7. They have struck out 96 batters, walked 49, given up 23 doubles and 3 triples. And Boston struck out 82 batters, 60 walks, giving up 24 doubles and 2 triples. And now the pitch to Dustin. Dustin batting 130 with a homer and 6 RBIs, going up against Catfish Hunter. He's 1-0 with a 1.32 ERA. And that's going to be against the righty. Fly ball out to right field. Canseco's under it, makes the catch for out number 1. And now you got Nomar Garcia pair up, batting 250 with a 0 homers and 4 RBI. That's going to be a ground ball down to Jerry at second, over to first for out number 2. And now you got Boggs up. And Boggs, he's batting 250 also with 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit. And the right field, Canseco can't get to it, takes it on the hop. And there's a runner on with 2 outs. And up to the plate steps David Ortiz. And both of these first basemen, Ortiz and Mo Vaughn, on off to good starts. David's only batting .036. He is 1 for 28, folks. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Falls behind on David. And David hits a ground ball down to second. Jerry will throw over to first. And that'll end the inning. The Red Sox strand 1. We go to the top of the second. No score with Banda, Lumpy, and Steinbach due up. Sal batting .231. No homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Yaz makes the catch, and there's 1 down. See Oakland's upcoming schedule. Going to stay home after this game, and Kansas City's going to come to town for 4 games. Then after those 4 games, they got the Minnesota Twins coming in. And Jerry's batting .258 with no homers and 2 RBIs. 1 down, nobody on. And that's going to be another fly ball out the left. Yaz, keep him busy here in the second. Terry Steinbach hit the ball somewhere else and get a better result, batting .240 with a homer and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Boggs. And that'll be a 1-2-3 top of the second. To the bottom of the second we go. You got the big boys due up here, Evans, Lynn, and Yastrzemski. And Dwight's batting .277. He's got 3 homers and 11 RBIs. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Catfish's first strikeout of the ball game as Bernie joins us here. He checked those dice, yeah. Like I say, Mo Vaughn's not doing much better. They're not getting any production out of that first base slot. And Freddie Lynn, he's batting .261 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. That's going to be a base on ball. So Freddie walks on down to first. And that brings up Yaz and Yastrzemski, batting .141 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, probably. A team wild pitch. Yep, that's going to be a rare play. A 65 and a 40. That's going to be hit out to center field. Reggie's out there. And that'll probably be fielding column 3. 55 and a 3. Nope, that's barely column 2. And that's going to be a single to center. Running to third on error and out, trying for home. Freddie gets thrown out, trying for home. Does the batter get down to second on the throw? Yep. So that's going to be a single. An E8. And the runner on first is going to get thrown out, going for home. And the batter will get down 2 second. So Reggie screws the pooch, but then Freddie tries to get aggressive, gets thrown out at home, and now you got 2 outs with Skrimsky down at second, and Pudge is up, and Fisk is batting .231. No homers and 2 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Fisk, and that's going to be a fly ball out to Henderson. And that'll end the inning, folks. Reggie screws the pooch, but ends up throwing Flynn out. And we go to the top of the third, still no score, as we got Hunter due up. The lineup will turn over, and then we'll have Henderson and Tejada due up. And Catfish says you don't need no stinking DH. He's batting .200 on the year, folks. Here's the pitch to Hunter. Where's Hunter at? And that's going to be against the righty. I think that's going to be a base hit. No, that's a nice play down at third by Wade Boggs. Dives, makes the stop, fires over to first. And Boggs takes a base hit away from Catfish. Nice play by Boggs. Now Ricky's up. And Ricky's 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls, and that's not good. Walking Ricky normally turns into a double. Let's see here. That'll be a 4.29. Ricky's going to take off. A 55 or lower, Ricky's safe. And he's in there with a stolen base. Ricky down to second with 1 out. And Miguel Tejada at the plate. And Tejada, he flew out to center his first time up. And we drop a dice. And that's going to be another fly ball out to center field. And Ricky's going to stay put. He can score easily on a single. No reason to chance it at third. It brings up Jason Giambi. And Jason walked his first time up. Now he's got a runner in scoring position and 2 outs. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Here we go again, folks. Of course, a knuckleballer, that's not unexpected. But now, the chirping already in the A's dugout after the last game when I think 3 A's were hit, including Vita Blue himself. Now you got Reggie up. Reggie, he walked his first time up. Can Reggie put the A's on the board? Runners on first and second and 2 outs. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Dustin goes the short way over to no more, and that'll end the inning. The A's strand 2 to the bottom of the third we go. A's have had some opportunities to get to Tim. And speaking of Tim, he's going to lead it off here, followed by Dustin and Nomar. And you can see the A's are batting .199 with a .297 on base percentage. They're slugging .396 with an OPS of .693. And Boston's only batting .177 with a .282 on base percentage, slugging .353 with an OPS of .635. And Wakefield is 0 for 5 on the year, looking for his first hit. And that's not going to get the job done. That's a swing and a miss. Catfish strikes him out for out number 1 here in the third. Back to the top of the order. Dustin flew out his first time up, 0 for 1. That's going to be a ground ball down to Jerry at second. Over to Jason for 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third. It's up to Nomar to keep this inning alive. He grounded out his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Sal at third. Over to Jason, and that's a quick 1, 2, 3 third. To the top of the fourth we go. We got Jose, Sal, and Jerry due up. And Canseco 0 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Yaz makes the catch, and there's 1 down. Now Sal comes up, and Bando, he flew out to Yaz his first time up. Not this time, folks. He squares this one up. Where's this one going to end up in Boston? That ball was hit into the gap out in right field out there near the triangle. And Mr. Salbando's got himself a one-out double. Gets in scoring position for Jerry Lumpy. And Lump, he's 0 for 1. Flew out the Yaz his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball. 62 and a 2. And that'll be barely column 2. And that'll be a ground ball down the first. The runner will get down the third as he tosses the ball over to Wakefield. So Steinbeck delivery here with a runner on third and 2 outs. Terry is 0 for 1, grounded out the third his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Let's see here, 22 and a 9. Might not be a ground ball down the second. It'll be fielding column 1. And yeah, that's a ground ball, not a pop-up. Ground ball down the second. And out of in the inning, 4-3 put out. And again, the A's strand a runner in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the fourth, still a 0-0 game. Nice pitching duel going on here between Catfish and Wakefield and Boggs. Ortiz and Evans, 3, 4, 5 hitters due up. Boggs singled his first time up. And damn, there goes the camera. That ain't good. That's not good at all. Sure, what the hell just happened? Damn. Not good at all. Just lost the camera, fell off the table, and no breaking the darn thing. How did it get so loose? Yeah. Okay, sure, that was scary. Now we're back. How's it look? Okay. Sorry about that, folks. Now we're back. What just happened here? That was a ground ball down the bando, I believe, for out number 1. And now we got David Ortiz up. David's 0 for 1 today. That's going to be a ground ball down the Tejada. 2 quick outs here in the fourth. And now Dwight Evans is up. And Evans struck out his first time up, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a ground ball down the south. Well, easy 1, 2, 3 inning for Hunter. To the top of the fifth we go. And speaking of Hunter, he'll lead it off here for the A's, followed by Henderson and Tejada. Hunter was robbed of a hit by a nice play by Boggs his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Dustin. He fires over to first with 1 down. And Ricky's up. Ricky's 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up and stole a base. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Freddie Lynn. And there's quickly 2 down. It brings up Miguel Tejada up now. And Tejada is 0 for 2. He has flown out the center both times. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Down the third, rather. Yeah, down the third. 41 and a 5. That'll be fielding column 3. Column 1. That's going to be a nice play by Boggs down there with 2 outs. Boggs, a nice stop. Down the line. Turns and throws. And gets the batter out. Tejada thought he had himself a single, maybe a double. Boggs is playing the hot corner well today. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Lynn, Yastrzemski, and Fisk due up. And Fred's 0 for 1, 0 for 0. He walked his first time up. That's going to be a ground ball down to Miguel. And that'll be a quick out. And now you got Yastrzemski up. And Yastrzemski, he singled his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Yaz is on base for the second time here with one out. Can Pudge do something here with him down at first? Fisk, he flew out the Henderson his first time up. That's going to be a 25, be an 8, and a 17. That's going to be popped up down the third. Sal waits for it out in shallow left field, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. It's up to Mr. Wakefield to keep this inning going. Tim's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's what happens again. Hunter's got his number. We go to the top of the 6th, still no score. Excuse me, you got Giambi, Jackson, and Canseco. The 3, 4, 5 hitters. Can Wakefield make it through this part of the game? Jason's been on base both times. He's been walked and hit by a pitch his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Wakefield gets that knuckleball to dance that time. And Giambi stood there like the house beside the road. And Reggie's up. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded into a forced play. And that's back-to-back strikeouts. And Wakefield's got that knuckler dancing now, man. They're all befuddled here. Jose's up. He's 0 for 2. He's popped up and flown out. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. As Tim Wakefield gets his first 3 strikeouts, and all of them in this inning, folks. Strikes the side out as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Top of the order due up here for Boston, Dustin, Nomar, and Wade. Dustin's 0 for 2, grounded out and pops up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Jose for out number 1. And Nomar's up now. And he's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Jose camps under it for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the 6th. And Wade Boggs has one of the 2 Boston hits. He's 1 for 2 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Reggie. He waits for it, makes the catch, and another 1, 2, 3 inning. We go to the top of the 7th. It's still no score in this game, folks. Nothing. And you got Sal Bando due up, followed by Jerry Lumpy and Steinbach. And Sal's 1 for 2 with the only hit of this game for the A's. He's doubled back in the 4th, his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Wakefield with his 4th strikeout and 4th in a row. And here comes Jerry now. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be another strikeout, 5 in a row for Tim. That knuckleball is definitely dancing in the night air now. Can Terry at least make contact? He's 0 for 2. And that is going to be another good morning, good afternoon, and good night. 6 strikeouts in a row for Tim Wakefield, folks. We go to the 7th inning stretch in a 0-0 ball game. See the team comparisons there. Oakland 4 and 7, scored 51 runs on 15 homers, 6 stolen bases, been caught 3 times. Boston with 50 runs on 12 homers and 2 stolen bases and haven't been caught. And you got Ortiz, Evans, and Lynn due up here for the Red Sox. David 0 for 2, grounded out twice. And that's a base on balls for a guy hitting .033. So Hunter walks his 3rd batter of the game. Puts the go-ahead run down at first. And Dwight Evans is up. He's 0 for 2. Struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 31 and a 3. And that's going to be barely fielding column 2. And that's going to be a single in the right field. So now the first two batters get aboard as Jason can't get to that one. So now you got first and second to go ahead, run down at second. And after cruising through six, Catfish is in some trouble. The bullpen will get stirred up here now, and Freddie Lynn's 0 for 1. He walked and grounded out in this game. Looking for that double play ball. It's going to be a 14 and a 9. And that's going to be a single. And that's going to field the bases, folks. Bases loaded, nobody out. That's going to force the A's to bring the infield in. Yastrzemski's up. Can Hunter get out of this mess, folks? Bases loaded, nobody out in a nothing ball game. And Yaz has got one of the 4 hits. He's 1 for 1. He got singled and walked his last time up. And that's going to be a 10 against 17. And that's going to be a single over third. And there goes the shutout, folks. And that's probably going to be it for Catfish, as he can't get an out here. That'll be a 54. Ricky doesn't have that great of an arm out there. Plus 10. So Evans is going to score. They're not going to throw the ball there. And Ricky, I believe, is going to... That'll be a... Yep, he's throwing the ball in. Freddie's going to stop at second. So that's going to be a 2 RBI single. And it's 2-0. And that'll be it for Catfish, who's due up the lead off the bottom of the 7th. They wanted him to get through this inning, but he can't. 2-0 ball game. So let's see here. Probably take Steinbeck out. Do a double switch here. Gene's going to come in the game. Gene will come in. Or do we take Lumpy out? I think Gene's going to come in the game. He'll lead off the bottom of the 7th. Terry will come out. See who's going to come out and pitch this 7th inning here. Let's see, down by 2. Fingers is going to come out of the bullpen. So we'll do a double switch here. So Fingers will come out and bat in the 8th spot. And Gene will come out of the dugout and we'll have a new battery mate. Be Fingers throwing Gene. And you got runners on first and second, nobody out, and the A's are now trailing by 2. Boston trying to avoid the sweep. And Fisk is up. He's 0 for 2 today. This is Catfish's 7th appearance. No wins, no saves with a 2.35 ERA. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And that's going to be the old... Let's see here, get the right one. That'll be the old 1-6-3 double play. Nice job by Fingers. And the runner will get down the third. But now there's 2 outs. And we're letting Tim in the game. He's struck out the last 6 batters he's faced. So Wakefield's going to come in the game. He's 0 for 2. He has struck out both times. Defense obviously back with 2 outs. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. How about that? This ball is hit hard. That ball is hit far. How far is it? That's going to be a double. And off the monster out in right field. That gets over Canseco's head. That's an RBI double. For Tim Wakefield, doing it all here, folks. Pitching a shutout and drives in a run. We don't need no stinking DH. That was Wakefield's first hit of the year. And it's an RBI double. And we're back to the top of the order. Dustin's 0 for 3. And that's going to be against the righty at 20. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Tejada throws over to first, but Boston scores 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Takes a 3-0 lead into the top of the 8th. Got the bottom part of the order due up, and then it'll turn over to the top. Wakefield, like I say, is staying in this game, folks. Pitching a shutout. Jeans up. Comes in the game for a double switch, followed by Henderson and Tejada. Jeans only batting .083. He is 1 for 12. No homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, that's a swing and a miss. Jeans strikes out. And there's one down here in the 8th. And now Ricky's up. And Ricky's 0 for 2. He has walked, stolen a base back in the 3rd. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Dustin. He has it, fires over to first, and there's 2 down. Now Miguel Tejada's up, and Tejada is 0 for 3, flown out twice and grounded out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Boggs, another nice play, dives, throws over to first, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 goes the ace. To the bottom of the 8th we go. You got Nomar, Wade, and David. Nomar Garcia pairs 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. Ricky catches it for out number 1. And now you got Mr. Wade Boggs. He's 1 for 3, singled back in the 1st. That's going to be another hit for Boggs. Boggs is on base with a 1-out single. And that brings up David Ortiz, who's still struggling, folks. David's 0 for 2. He did walk and come around to score his last time up, though. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Finger strikes him out. Now there's 2 down, a runner on first for Dwight Evans. And Evans is 1 for 3. Singled and came around to score his last time up. And he gets a hold of this one, folks. See if he can drive in another run here. That'll be a double into left field. Yeah, it'll be a double in left field. Let's see here with 2 outs. 45. 26. They're going to send him 26 or lower here. That's a 52 or lower. That's an RBI double. And he's in there. So Evans with an RBI double in the left. And it's now a 4-0 ball game. And Freddie Lynn's up trying to add some more runs to this, give Wakefield some breathing room. And Freddie's 1 for 2 with a walk, came around to score. Singled in the last time up back in the 7th and scored. And that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, Fingers can't get the all-important 3rd out. That'll bring up Yastrzemski now with runners on first and second. And he's a perfect 2 for 2 today. He's walked and has 2 RBIs, a 2 RBI single back in the 7th. And that's going to be a high pop-up down the short. Tejada in the infield grass makes the catch. That ends the inning, but the one more run makes it 4-0. He's got some work to do here in the top of the 9th. And Wakefield pitching a 1-hit shutout. You got Giambi, Jackson, and Canseco. You got the heart of the lineup due up here, the 3-4-5 hitters. Jason's 0 for 1. He has walked, been hit by a pitch, and struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Nomar. He tosses it over to first, and there's 1 down. And Jackson's up now. Reggie's 0 for 2. He's walked, been hit by a pitch, and struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Nomar. He tosses it over to first, and there's 1 down. And Jackson's up now. Reggie's 0 for 2. He's walked, been hit by a pitch, and struck out his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Nomar. He tosses it over to first, and there's 1 down. And Jackson's up now. Reggie's 0 for 2. grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Boggs makes a nice play. Fires over to first. And the A's are down to the last out. Canseco's 0 for 3. He has popped up, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to end the game. And that's fitting. That's going to be Wakefield's 8th strikeout of the game. And the Red Sox win this one 4-0, folks. Now we'll look at the box score here. And where are we? There we are. What's this? Probably the shutout. Yep, that is Tim Wakefield's first shutout of the game. And the Red Sox, 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. And you got the A's, no runs, 1 hit and 1 error. The only hit was Sal Bando's double back in the 4th. They left 5 men on 0 for 5 and left 5 men on base. David Ortiz, he's struggling this year, folks. Look at that, 0 for 3, down to 0-32. Boggs was 2 for 4. Yaz was 2 for 3. They were 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Did a good job there. Only left 6 men on base. Catfish goes to 1-1. 6+ innings, gets in trouble in that 7th. 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 3, struck out 3. Fingers comes in, 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, walked 1, and struck out 1. Tim Wakefield goes the distance, goes to 3-0, gets 1 hit, 3 walks, and struck out 8. Let's take a look now at the leaderboard and standings here in the American League. And the Yankees are 6 games up on the Orioles and Jays. Boston's now, 5.5 games back on the Orioles and Jays. Boston's 6 games back. The Rays 7 games back. And in the Central, Kansas City's a half a game up on Detroit. Cleveland's a game and a half back. The Twins 2 games back, and the White Sox 2.5. And out west, the Rangers are 2.5 games back on the Angels. Seattle's 3.5, and Oakland, with the loss, drops to 4 games back. Mickey Rivers is leading the American League with a 386 average. You got 5 batters with 5 homers, and Roger Maris with 13 RBIs on the year. And David Price is leading the league with a 0 ERA. And Tim Wakefield becomes the first American League pitcher to win 3 games. JJ and Wetfield with 4 saves on the year. And Derek Jeter's leading the American League in the MVP voting. And Tim Wakefield, with that win, is leading in the Cy Young voting. The next game on the channel is going to be a National League game. Let's see who it's going to be. So there's no National League games for that. So it's going to be the Pirates against the Braves, and it's going to be Derek Cole going up against Nuxie, another knuckleballer, Phil Necro. See how many game series this is. 2, 3, and it's a 3-game series. So you got the 14th, 15th, and 16th, a 3-game series between the Pirates and the Braves. I want to thank Bernie for stopping by. Check out his great channel. And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. Hit that bell for reminders and hit that like button. It helps the channel out. None of that stuff costs you anything, folks. Until next time, y'all have a great day and take care.